Are you paying for the lifestyle or are you overpaying for the zip code? Is the price tag of Alpharetta really worth it? If you're thinking about moving to Alpharetta, Georgia, there's one big question you need to answer first, because Alpharetta has one of the strongest reputations in all of North Metro Atlanta. People hear Alpharetta and immediately think great schools, beautiful neighborhoods, luxury shopping, high-end restaurants, great resale value, and one of the best places to live in Georgia. And honestly, a lot of it is true, but what most people don't talk about are the trade-offs, because what looks perfect online can feel very different once you actually live here. And if you're relocating from out of state, that difference matters. Hi there, I'm Jacquee Hart, a local real estate agent with Hart Realty Partners, and my husband, Greg, and I help people relocate all over North Metro Atlanta. If moving to Georgia is on your radar, my contact information is right here on the screen, so feel free to give me a call, text, or reach out anytime. Today, we're breaking down the real pros and cons of living in Alpharetta. The good, the bad, the ugly, the frustrating, the expensive, and all the things people wish they knew before moving here. And make sure you stick around to the end, because I'm going to give you the question I always ask buyers that will initially tell me if Alpharetta is a good fit for you or not. So let's get into it. First, where exactly is Alpharetta? Because a lot of relocation buyers hear that name, but they're not totally sure where it sits on the map. Alpharetta is located in North Fulton County, just north of Atlanta along the Georgia 400 corridor. It sits between Roswell, Johns Creek, Milton, and South Forsyth County near the city of Cumming. If you're driving, you're about 30 to 40 minutes to Buckhead, depending on the traffic, and about 40 to 50 minutes to downtown Atlanta, and usually around 45 minutes to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, depending on the time of day. That location is one of the biggest reasons people love Alpharetta. You feel connected to Atlanta without feeling like you actually live in Atlanta. And for a lot of buyers, that balance is exactly what they want. You get the suburban living without feeling isolated. Now, let's talk about the first major pro. You can actually live your life here. I know, shocker, right? And what I mean by that is this isn't just a place with a nice house, it's a place where people actually use the city. I'm talking dinner, coffee, date night, farmer's market, live music, walking trails, boutique shopping, brunch on the patio. That's normal life here. Take places like Avalon and downtown Alpharetta. These aren't just pretty places people visit once a year. People genuinely spend time there. You can go grab dinner at North Italia, walk to dessert, catch live music, and never move your car. That's convenience that really matters, especially for people relocating from places where every dinner reservation feels like a road trip. Even the small things feel easier, like quick grocery runs, Saturday mornings at the farmer's market, free summer concerts, walking the greenway, brunch spots that become your regular place. That lifestyle is a huge reason people choose Alpharetta. And honestly, some buyers move here for the house, but stay because of the lifestyle. That surprises people. Now let's talk about pro number 2. Location. I call Alpharetta the Goldilocks Zone. It's not too far, not too crowded, not too suburban, not too city. If you work in Buckhead, Sandy Springs, Midtown, or anywhere inside of Atlanta, Alpharetta gives you access without the everyday chaos. You're close to Georgia 400, which makes commuting much easier than some surrounding areas. Airport runs are manageable, weekend trips are easier. You can go to Lake Lanier, Perimeter Mall, or downtown Atlanta, or even up towards the mountains without feeling like you're starting an expedition. That flexibility matters more than people realize, because nothing makes people regret their move faster than a commute that they absolutely hate. And if you've ever sat on Highway 400 at 5:30 p.m., you know exactly what I mean.
Not during Sweet Week. Not during Sweet Week!
So now let's switch gears and let's talk about schools. A lot of relocation buyers use sites like greatschools.org or niche.com as a part of their research. And as of this video, those sites commonly show strong ratings for several Alpharetta area schools. For example, Alpharetta High School is often listed with a 10 out of 10 on greatschools.org and a strong ranking on niche.com. Chattahoochee High School is another highly searched option and also commonly shows strong ratings on those same platforms. Many buyers also reach schools near Milton, Johns Creek, depending on, what area they're researching. So don't just research best schools in Alpharetta, search the exact address. That's the smart move. School ratings can change. Hey, quick pause here. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jacquee Hart with Hart Realty Partners, a local real estate agent. My husband Greg and I help buyers relocate all over North Metro Atlanta, and this is the exact kind of conversation we have every single week. If you're trying to figure out where you should actually be looking, my contact information is right here on the screen, so reach out anytime. I'm a real person, I will respond. Now, let's get into the cons, because yes, there are definitely cons, and the first one is simple. Your money buys less house, sometimes a lot less.
Itty bitty living space.
This is probably the biggest surprise for relocation buyers. Someone comes in thinking, I've got $800,000, I should be able to buy something incredible. And then they start touring Alpharetta and realize, wait a second, why is this house smaller than the one I saw in the city of Cumming for $150,000 less? Because you are paying a location premium, and sometimes a very big one. In Alpharetta, that same budget may mean smaller lots, older homes, less square footage, more updates needed, higher HOA fees, especially if you want to be close to Avalon, downtown Alpharetta, or the most popular neighborhoods. You're paying for convenience, you're paying for access, you're paying for lifestyle, and for some buyers, that is absolutely worth it. And for others, they realize they much rather have a bigger backyard. And that's where this gets personal. So there's no right or wrong answers. It just depends on how you want to live. Now, let's talk about the traffic, because nobody warns people enough about this. Yes, Georgia 400 helps, but local roads, that's where patient goes to die. Windward Parkway, Old Milton Parkway, Highway 9, North Point, those areas can get backed up, and that is the frustrating part. It's not always highway traffic, it's surface street traffic. Stoplights, school traffic, restaurant traffic, event traffic, everything traffic. A 5-mile drive can somehow become a 30-minute emotional experience. People move here expecting luxury and convenience, and then they spend 27 million years trying to turn left. That's real life. Now, let's talk about convenience tax. This one gets expensive fast. The closer you are to Avalon, downtown Alpharetta, and the high demand lifestyle areas, the more you're going to pay. Sometimes dramatically more. And here's the truth. A lot of buyers think that they'll use walkability every single day, but after 6 months, most people still drive. They drive to dinner, they drive to Target, they drive to the gym, they drive to brunch. So the question becomes, are you paying an extra $200,000 for something you'll actually use, or just the idea of it? That's a very important question, and a very expensive one too. Because sometimes buyers realize that they'd rather be 12 minutes away and save $250,000. That's not a small decision. That's life-changing money. Now, let's talk about something else people don't always expect. Older inventory. A lot of Alpharetta most desirable neighborhoods are established communities. That means mature trees, beautiful streets, strong resale value, but it can also mean older kitchens, older bathrooms, aging roofs, older HVAC systems, and renovation projects. Sometimes buyers come in expecting everything to feel brand new, and they realize quickly that's a great neighborhood. Often means budget updates, but that's not bad. It just needs to be a part of the plan, especially if you're relocating and trying to budget accurately. Now, let's get to the one question I always ask buyers, and honestly, this question usually decides everything. Do you want walkability or do you want more house? Because usually you don't get both. You can have the walk to the restaurant lifestyle, or you can have a bigger lot, a bigger backyard, a bigger square footage lifestyle, but rarely both at the same price point. That's the real Alpharetta decision, and there's no wrong answer. It just depends on your priorities. Not how the gram says you should live, not what your cousin thinks you should buy, how you actually want to live. And that matters, because the prettiest house online isn't always the right house for your real life. And the best zip code on paper doesn't always mean the best fit for your day-to-day life. Now, before we wrap up, again, I'm Jacquee Hart with Hart Realty Partners, a local real estate agent. My husband Greg and I help people relocate all across the North Metro Atlanta area. And if Alpharetta is on your list, we'd love to help you figure out if it's truly the right fit. Now, my contact information is right here on the screen, so give me a call, shoot me a text, email me, message me anytime. I'm a real person. I will respond. Now, and tell me in the comments, would you choose walkability or a bigger square footage? Honestly, that answer tells me almost everything I need to know. And if you like what you see, make sure you hit that like button and hit the subscribe button for all of our latest videos. And I'll see you in the next one.